Hi guys, Rob here with Deluks Gaming, and welcome back to my Factorio series, episode 19. Today is the day we start working on robotics. We're going to start researching robotics, and where do we start with that? Well, always find the bug. If you're always curious to figure out where to start with robotics, find the bug, the little robotic bug, and click on that, and it'll tell you what you need. So first off, we need some advanced electronics, so we'll start working on that. In the meantime, we are going to start moving stuff around in the factory to start making room for the logistics, the robots to come in. And part of what we're going to need is we're going to need a lot more advanced circuits. And we don't have enough room to expand this. So what I need to do is actually we're gonna move this whole the logistics of this inserter production because it's stupid and I don't like it. And just so everybody knows, I've been playing a lot of Factorio. I mean, I think last time I said I was playing some Factorio. No. I mean, like, I've been playing so much Factorio. My home life is starting to suffer. And anybody that plays Factorio and starts, when I first started playing this game, I only played, here and there. I thought, you know what, and then I'll do some on YouTube and it'll be okay. And you know what, it's okay. I like it, and I play a little bit, but I'm not going to go crazy with it or anything. It's safe to say now that I have a problem, and there's a lot of Factorio on YouTube, so I'm not surprised. When I only get maybe 1,000 hits or something, or even 500 hits on an episode. But in a lot of ways, I don't care. I like the game enough, and I think it's worth sharing enough. And it is coming to Steam. It's going to be out on Steam fairly soon. So it's once you start playing it, and if you really start to put your heart into it, it becomes a problem, and you want to start reinventing everything, reinventing how people do things. And this is a good example of it. This system here is so awesome. But I've actually thought of ways to improve it now, and that's the thing. Like, I can't even explain it. Anyway, so I spend too much time with this game. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So, another thing that I've learned in the most recent stint playing this game is that you don't want to, on a row, on a set of factories that are going to be using something like gear wheels or, of course, copper wire and stuff like that, you don't want to have your gear wheels coming in from some other remote location. That's ridiculous. First off, well, I could improve these factories, and I should improve these factories, even to be working on this stuff. But to have them working on these here and coming down a line and all the way down into our inserter production is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You need to have a gear wheel factory for each and every row that is working on something that requires gear wheels, because you just run out of them. You just don't have enough. So that's part of the reason why I'm rebuilding this, and then of course the other reason is the other reason is to just a second, I screwed up there. The other reason is, of course, to make room for our advanced circuit production, because we need a hell of a lot more in order to make this factory function nicely. And we're still, I hate the layout. I mean, compared to what I'm doing nowadays, and maybe I'll show off some of that stuff, but I'm also working on some bigger stuff with Factorio too as well. More research, like I'm doing my own research onto how to build certain things in certain ways to make it even more efficient than it's even here or wherever. But what was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. But anyway, I guess we'll do blue inserters for all of this stuff because why not? They do require a lot more power, though. Yeah, we don't need it here. We do need it there. Probably wouldn't hurt to have it there. Okay, so that's fine. So as I was saying, these gear wheels, I probably don't even need an assembling machine 3 here, but we'll do that. We'll do it anyway. That's okay. Also, we can actually fix our power lines here too as well. Since we're here, now that we have advanced electronics 2. Okay, so now we're going on to the little buggy robotics, and I want to build this as quickly as I can, because I've got a lot to do here this episode. I want to get robotics up and running, and to do that in one episode and still, with the research and everything, like, that's going to be tough. Okay, so now we're producing gear wheels at an enormous rate on this line. Perfect. And of course they're going to be coming in here. We need steel plates. Steel plates are going to be going to the blue as well, and of course they're going to be popping out here. They're going to be Do I want a personal supply? Yes, I still want a personal supply of the regular and the blue. It's like I know what I'm doing, but I don't. I mean, I do. But I mean, I still have a long way to go, but I've come a long way. It's pretty surprising. Okay, there we go. So I like this layout a little bit better than what we had before. Yes, so this is going to be coming out like so. And then, of course, we want our electronic circuits coming in here. Whoops, wrong way. Which means we're going to have to change our electronic circuits line, and that's fine. We have to make it so it splits off for the first time here, which means we have to do the balancer there, and then a rebalancer there, and we're going to remove this balancer. So a lot of what we're going to be doing from here on in is just improving and making things better. Because we've become better. I mean, I hope everybody that's watching this has become better too, because, you know, once you start playing this, like I said, you just can't stop and it becomes a serious problem. Okay, so there's that. All right. And, of course, these will go through like so, and into our blue. And we need plates here too as well. I don't think we need fast for that one. I think just regular and that one. Perfect. And there's our blue. Blue's going to come out here like that. And we'll do a inserter coming out that way, like so. And they're going to come back in and go in and build our smart inserters. And for this, we just need electronic circuits and blue. And then they can come out here. I think, yes, perfect. Just like that. So that means we need to take down this section. And this section is covering a couple things. So they are building the regular inserters for the green research. They're also building the smart inserters for the blue research. So we have to keep this in mind as we tear this all apart. So, okay, so let's just drop that. And actually we can kill that too as well. So that's going to go straight through, no splitting at all. We're just going to let that finish up with that. We're going to cut this, and we're going to, I guess, well, let's just take it apart. Why waste any more time here? Yes, that can go. This silly little line coming back in here, I just can't believe it. I can't believe we even did that. Ridiculous. I'm going to repair that, because these gear wheels, it's fine. I will continue using the gear wheels from up here to build red science as well as work on our belts. But we do need to upgrade these factories. But we'll worry about that later. Let's get this part fixed first. Okay, so let's make sure that we're bringing our smart inserters to our factories that are building science. That's not going to work. Let's see here. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what we can do. Okay, so it's messy. Trust me, I want to start this game over, but I think it's important that we show off the fact that whatever you build can be fixed as you evolve. You can fix whatever you build. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how bad the design is. And trust me, after playing as much as I have, I'm realizing how bad this design really is. It's terrible. It's compact, and it's okay, and it's workable. Of course, I've had worse builds than this, but it's pretty terrible. But I want to prove that it can be done. You can make anything work if you want to. I guess we'll bring that up. Might as well have that go through right here, so it's just less turns. Like so. Okay, see, we've repaired that line. We'll double check the rest of it here in a second. And get that fixed. Good. Okay, so that should be coming down all the way through, all the way down to here, and going... Wait. Yes, that's right. So, smart inserters all the way down into here and into our blue research. Okay, that part's fixed. And I can kill this, because all that's done. And now we need to get our regular inserters into our green science. Need to get that fixed. We don't need this here. So a lot of this is just cleaning up, you know, just cleaning up the mess that we've created. There is a lot of that. Okay, so all this can go. Now let's do our regular inserters. So I'm going to do a turn off here. So basically I'm telling the system whatever you don't use for building blue inserters, I want you to continue to move down the line. Oh, I guess we don't need to do it right there. We can actually bring it down one more, like so. Whatever you don't use for blue inserters, bring down and go this direction. It's kind of like programming, and I did do. I was a software engineer for actually some time, so maybe that's why I obsess over this game. It's like programming. It is totally like programming. Now that I think about it, I never thought about it that way before. But it's just a bunch of if-then statements, you know, all throughout this whole thing. So, and you're just trying to make. Sometimes, you know, you've got to work with old code, and that's what I feel like. What I'm doing here. So there we go. We've got both of our science fixed as well. And now we can just eliminate this entire project here. Oh, logistics robots. Perfect. So that gives us access to roboports, passive provider chests, and logistics robots. We're not going to worry about anything until we've kind of got more of it built, so more of it researched. So the logistics system, let's get that going. And then we should be able to start building our robots. That's very exciting. That is absolutely huge, actually. Okay. This is going to go faster than it looks. There, it's almost done. I really should do just an episode of, or at least you know, a speed run of just cleaning up here because it's getting messy. Stuff lying all over the place. Okay, so these power lines, we'll keep those for now. So now we have enough room to actually mirror what we have here on the other side. So for our advanced circuits, we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to start working on. Actually, before we do that, don't forget to do our efficiency modules here. Otherwise, we'll start burning tons of power because these things, without the efficiency modules, use 210 kilowatts, which actually isn't that bad. And you got to remember that you can only fill 3 of those 4 slots, or you can fill all 4, but it's only you can only get up to 80% efficiency on them. So you don't need more than 3 of those. That's perfect. Okay, so good. There we go. That system is up and running, way more efficient than what it was, because it's got its own gear wheel production. And I just need to look at our iron production here because, wow, what a mess. Here's another thing that I did that I used to think was a good idea, is putting a power line in the middle of a belt that you're trying to keep moving along as quickly as possible. That makes no sense whatsoever. It's a terrible design choice. But, you know, live and learn. Live and learn. Okay, so let's fix this up. Make sure that... might as well just add some more of those. Because we're going to need more anyway. Okay, so let's do that. Rather than putting a big power line in the middle of your belt, leave yourself one space in between your mines to put power lines. It's just far more efficient. Just like that. See? Just like that. And using that same design, I really like this whole... well, actually, I'll show you better what I mean about this design here. Because we've got a nice little perfect spot to work with further up here, so get our efficiency. Okay, good. That's all going... Oh, look! Regular belt here. Random places with regular belt. Interesting. Okay, so, yeah. So let's rebuild this one. And we're going to do it in the way that I am building them right now. And who knows, that may change too, because, you know, like I said, I evolve here. 6 is not going to be enough. Let's... Oh, Jesus. It's all backed up here. All backed up. Oh, okay. This is bugging me. This needs to go. This line no longer does anything. So, and these underground belts do slow down your line, so you don't want to do that. I'm going to do red belt here. Of course, we're going to do the whole thing red belt, but for now, at least that solves that problem. Okay, so we should have enough to build more mining drills. More mining drills! Because we're going to exploit the crap out of this little area with my new setup. And it doesn't require power lines in the middle of anything, so that's important. Sometimes I am ridiculous. But at the time, you know, like, you evolve as you play this. At the time, I thought that was the way to do it, but no, I am wrong. You put a space in between on the back side of your. One more. Perfect. Oh, I almost built the perfect amount. All right, perfect. So, and then we're just put our conveyors in there, and I'll show you what I mean about the power lines here in a second. Putting the power lines in the belt and doing an underground belt is so dumb, because eventually it gets to a point where you can't move iron fast enough on these belts, and putting an underground belt in there just slows the whole damn thing down, so kind of a waste. Let's make sure I've got lots of those poles. And I am getting better at my keys, but it's still not something that I am focusing on, although I should, because I'm trying to... one of the projects I'm working on sort of on my own is trying to do a speed run of Factorio and trying to get my best time in finishing the game now. There, see, isn't that efficient? Super, super, super efficient. I love it. And only 4 power lines. Look at that. Nothing's crossing. It's excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so that should fill that up. Let's get some more furnaces. Okay, we're going to need... I'm doing this now because I know we're going to need all of this for the robotics. Robotics, ugh. Can't believe this is still here. Okay, so let's speed this up. I just want to clear out these boxes. Perfect. Because look at all this extra crap we just have lying around. Not serving any purpose. Just wasteful. Just completely wasteful. So, but it takes time to eliminate all that too, right? So that's why I don't like wasting my time on these episodes, you know, doing pointless stuff like that. Oh, before we go, don't forget efficiency modules on these mines because they use a ton of power and they produce a ton of pollution if you don't do it. This brings their pollution down to 1.8. If you don't do it, it's pollution 9, which is, you know, you might as well, like, that's the top of the technology. Or it's like being at the beginning again, you know, having that that terrible of pollution rating. So there we go. So that's all fixed. Good. Not producing any pollution, hardly any pollution there. And let's add some more electric furnace. Oh, we need steel. We need more steel. And I think I've got a place. Yes, we have a little bit of a steel buffer here. Not a huge one, but more than enough. More than enough for what we're gonna need. Look at all the extra ore and stuff we have in our. Oh, Jesus. Speaking of ore. Unbelievable. So we're not actually producing any copper here probably because of our mining situation. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Okay, so let's fix our iron first. Okay, iron first. Let's build as many of these as we possibly can. If it's not one thing, it's another. I am not going to sit here and build all these advanced circuits. So let's cancel that. Yes, I know we're supposed to be focusing on robotics, and we could start actually working on that right now, but I don't want to do that until we've got some of our other issues solved. Let's grab some more of these efficiency modules while we're here. And I might as well grab some more speed modules while I'm here. Perfect. Okay, and let's go fix that stuff up top because... I don't know if it's showing yet, but we're going to start to see some serious chinks in the armor in production. Yeah, here. Yeah, see, we're not producing nearly enough electronic circuits, and it's all because of iron. And it's partial. Well, there's a few reasons. First off, fast splitters, we need... Okay, so... we need iron, and we need iron to build more iron. We need some fast splitters because these splitters are also slowing down the operation too as well as not having red belts here. So we're going to build a couple... fast splitters while we work on our iron production. Not nearly enough, and I don't know if we're going to actually have enough room to build enough iron production. Or for what I want, anyway. Okay, that's fine for now, I guess. It's not enough. Do we have red belt? Yeah, we do. Okay, perfect. Whoops, wrong way. There we go. It's like so, and regular inserters are fine so long as you don't have your furnaces sped up. Like you can use speed modules on your furnaces. If you put speed modules on your furnaces, probably a good idea to use blue inserters, but I've found that regular inserters are fine for regular speed furnaces. I hope that made sense. Okay. Good. Good. And, yeah, that's good. That's fine. Okay, perfect. And, of course, efficiency modules. Always make sure you get your efficiency modules in there. Just double-checking everybody. Looks good. Okay, and that's... Yes, I know you guys are probably yelling about the belt. The belt needs to be fixed. We may actually have to go get some more red belt. There we go. All the way down. Excellent. And these splitters are actually going to start slowing down the operation. So we need to replace those. That's why... Oh, logistics! Okay, so let's do our construction... Get our construction robots built, or researched, and then we'll start... No, let's just put our fast inserters here, and then... Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. And then There, that should improve things dramatically. Also, faster underground belts, too, as well. We need more iron so that we can build some of those. Mind you, this is going away. This is not going to be here for much longer, this thing here. But there, that should dramatically improve production. We're going to need more. We're going to need more. It's just that simple. We're going to need more. But let's start working on robotics. I know you guys have been I know all you guys have been waiting for this. I know I have been. I was leery up to the last episode. I figured I needed to spend a little bit more time playing with it in order to understand it a little better before I started showing it off on YouTube and showing how stupid I am about robotics. But I've actually come a long way. So we are going to build our robot frame factory right here. The reason is the robot frame. So you need, let's talk about robots. Let's talk about what you need to build robots first. So logistics robot, which is sort of the mainstay of the robot family. There's logistics robots and construction robots. Logistics robots, essentially all they do is they move stuff around. Construction robots repair and build new, more property for you. But the logistics robots move stuff around. That's what we're going to be building mostly is logistics robots. But they require something called a flying robot frame. And the robot frame requires 4, yes you heard me, 4 components. It requires electric engines, batteries, steel plates, and electronic circuits. So we've got steel plates and electronic circuits here. We've also got a factory building electric engines, which is perfect for us. It's got almost everything we need in order to build. It doesn't matter if we use small, regular speed inserters here because I don't care how quickly these suckers build. As a matter of fact, if we build them too quickly, we're going to run out of materials. So having them build at regular speed, regular inserters is fine. We don't want to go too crazy with it. Okay, so we need batteries. That's pretty easy. Yeah, we'll just bring that line down. Nice thing about having all this secondary line is we can just bring stuff down as necessary. We're going to move this. Just makes more sense to move that as opposed to doing underground belts and stupid stuff. Okay, and yeah, we'll just shovel them underneath. It's fine. Like I said, it doesn't matter how quickly they get from point A to point B. They just need to get there. Construction robots. Excellent. Wow, we're moving through the research at quite a pace, actually. Our research system is pretty good. Let's do character logistics slot first, or should we? Because I want to show off each part of it as we go along. Actually, before we do that, let's do more laser turret research while we're sitting here. Just because we've got everything we need now to do robotics. And I want to do it step by step so everybody can see it as we go. We've got all the basics done. We've got our... let's just go to research here so you guys can see. We've got our basics done. We've got... where is it here? Okay, we've got our construction robots. Sorry, robotics, construction robot... Flying... robotics, construction robots, logistics robots, and our logistics system. That's all you need... essentially, to get started with pretty much everything that you can do with robotics. Now, there is one more thing that is pretty important, but we'll talk about that later. This is the basics. We're going to start off with the basics. So we need to build the wireframes. We just need to power that up. I think it's got everything. It's got circuits, plates, engines. We already had an engine factory here, conveniently. We had everything we needed here to do this wireframe factory. It's perfect. And we're actually going to expel them in a box here. Now, this is going to change, but for now, we're just going to do one stack of wire, or the, I want to call them wireframe for some reason, because they are kind of a wireframe of the robots, right? Okay, so there we go. We're going to, and while we're here, let's fix our power system, because this is screwed up, man. This is screwed. We want power to start here. We're going to go like that. I'm also getting less worried about power lines crossing, but I do want my power lines to look nice and be as efficient as possible. So yeah, that's how I roll now. Can get rid of that. No, crapola. We'll just, yeah. Can I bring that down? No, I can't. That's fine. We'll just... It's fine if it's crossing. I'm trying to work past that, by the way. Just as long as it looks nice, and we don't have pointless power lines in there. That's what I'm more concerned about. I don't want a whole crap ton of pointless power lines. Okay, there we go. So we are building again, it's not wireframe. It is the flying robot frame, and to build the actual robots, we're going to need another factory. We're going to try to use assembling machine 3s whenever possible now. and this factory is going bye-bye. We're going to move our module production somewhere else. We don't want it here because robot production, I want to have all of our module production in a different spot entirely. So this is going to be strictly for building robots, as I said. Okay, so let's put the factory down here, and then I'll figure out where I'm going to put my power lines. Okay, so I guess right there is fine. Okay, so power lines, let's get that up first. Yes, perfect. Good, we don't need that. Good. Okay, so this factory is going to be building logistics robots. And to build the logistics robots, we need flying robot frame and advanced circuits. So we have the advanced circuits here already. As a matter of fact, we can get rid of this line entirely because we don't need electronic circuits. We only need advanced circuits, and it'd be kind of pointless and expensive to bring both down for no reason. There we go. That's good. And we'll just clean that up. Perfect. Okay, so we'll just bring those in. And like I said, I don't care how quickly those build. I guess we'll use a long-handed inserter. That's fine. Okay, good. And I don't care. Yeah, I don't care how quickly these build. So we also need the flying robot frames. Now, for now, what we're going to do is we're going to put a box here. I'm sure most of you know where I'm going with this. Yeah, we're going to put the box... I guess we'll do it here for now. That's fine. And we're going to do a regular inserter for now. And this is where we're going to keep our frames. But we're only going to have to do this once. After that, we're going to use the logistics system. The robots are actually going to start building themselves. To start out, we're going to, of course, do it this way. And it's going to exit out into a box as well. Strange. Why would I do that? Very strange. We're going to change that in a second. But first off, let's build a couple robots. So let's grab our stack here. So this is the only time, the last time we will manually have to move around robots is right now. That's it. Just once. Okay. Or any parts to this, just once. That's it. So there, we've actually built logistics robots. Well, that's fantastic. What do we do with it now? So we need to build a roboport. The roboport is kind of that central hub from where robots operate out of. It charges them as well as provides repair packs and places to sleep and stuff like that. So we just need some iron to build that. That's fine. This is going to solve a lot of our logistics problems because we're so compact. We're finding it hard to maneuver belts around and make things work, and we've got belts, coming down for one factory that just, for coal for one factory and stuff like that. Stupid stuff that we don't need to do. Okay, so let's talk about chests. There are 4 different types of chests. There's active provider chest, passive provider chest, requester chest, and storage chest. Today we're going to talk about passive, requester, and storage. And while we're sitting here, let's build our roboport. So storage chest is a place where robots can put excess amounts of stuff that didn't get used in a process. It's like a buffer, and it's important to have one of those somewhere located within your logistics network. Quite often you have more than one of those, but at least one just anywhere, and it can be anywhere, literally, as long as it's not too far away from everything. But as long as it's within the range of your robots, of course. Oops, I guess I can take care of that. And then we have the passive provider chest, which is basically a place. We're going to build a handful of those, actually. And a handful of requester, but more provider. Okay, so the requester chest, and we're going to use one right now. The provider chest will provide things into your logistics network. So now, let's take a look here. So the passive provider chest will now provide... If we... is there a way to look at our logistics network yet? I don't think it shows up in our network. Oh, yes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a smart inserter. And we're going to say to this... Basically, we're saying this to this factory as well as our entire machine here. We're going to say... Oh... Logistics network. Oh, it's because we don't have a logistics network. We need to put down the roboport first. Sorry, I'm doing things out of order. Roboport goes down first. So now there's 2 different halos here. One of them is a red halo, and one of them is a green halo. The red halo shows the area of operation, the area at which the logistics robots will work. And the green halo shows the range of the construction robots. Very, very important to note. So you'll notice that the red halo is actually not that large. So you will need to build multiple of these roboports in order to have a functional, healthy robots network. So we're going to try and build it in a spot that makes sense, our first one, and I think right about here would be pretty good for our first one. I could be totally wrong, but we'll try this. We'll try it right here for now. And we're just going to jam that. Oh, that's... oh, actually, we're going to move that down one. You're like, but that's over top of your lines and stuff. Yeah, I know it is. Actually, maybe we won't do that then. Because I could have done underground belts here. Actually, we'll do it... We'll do our first one right here, right at the edge of those solar panels. Because we don't need it crossing the solar panels. It doesn't make sense, because we're not going to be sending robots into any places in the solar panels. Oh, that's not true. Construction robots, maybe to repair or something. Okay, so there's our first roboport. So what is included in your roboport? Well, all it is basically a charging station for robots and a place for your robots to sleep and store, as well as a place to store repair packs. So the construction robots, because it will repair things in your factory, will make use of repair packs. And it looks like something in our factory already needs repair, which is fantastic. So as soon as we build some construction robots, they will take care of that. It's... whatever, it's fine. We'll just put that down. Okay, so as long as it's got power, it's working. So now, we can actually, if we hover over top of this passive provider chest, it's going to show us that within our logistics system, we have 8 robots stored within our logistics system. It's hard to tell. You'll be able to see this better once we start to get more stuff in our logistics system. But when you hover over top of a logistics box, it'll show you what's available in your logistics system. Anything within your logistics system, your robots have access to. So right now, my robots have access to 8 robots. But we don't have any robots actually working. So let's get that changed. Let's pick this up and just launch one. There we go. So, and we're going to put the rest back into the chest here. And you'll see why in a minute. Whoops. Shoot. Now we have 2. 2 working. So once they are actually launched within range of a roboport, they will start working. So then they'll go to this little roboport and they'll sleep. They're just going to hang out here until something new happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a requester chest. So a requester chest will actually ask the logistics system for something, whereas a provider chest will tell the logistics system that it has something available. So this provider chest is telling the logistics system that whatever's in here is available to the system. So it's saying, I have 5 logistics robots available to the system, right? And this chest is going to say, well, I want logistics robots. So you can actually click on the logistics, click on one of these spots here, and say, this chest is going to want logistics robots. And it's going to want, like, 5 at a time. No more than 5. So these robots are actually going to go and find whatever it has in the logistics system range and bring it to the requester chest. Isn't that cool, eh? Now, they're really slow right now, and they can only carry 1 item at a time, and they're not all that useful, but they're good enough to help me build they're good enough to help build themselves right now. So that's great. I think I had this spot reserved for our alien science, but that's okay. That's fine for now. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So, power. Proper power setup here. Good enough. Okay, so now, anytime we build a... Oh, now what we're going to do is we're going to set it up... We're going even further. We're going to say any of these wire frames that get built... Is that within the range? Oh, it is barely. Phew. Any of these wire frames that get built should automatically go to this assembling machine that is building logistics robots. So we're going to say... We're going to put down another requester chest right here and say, I want you to go find me... frames, right? And only a few frames at a time. It doesn't have to be a lot. Say 5 frames at a time. So you don't have to worry about this. It's only going to put 5 frames at a time in this box. So the robots will automatically, but we don't actually have any in our system. There's none in our logistics system yet because the frames are being stored in a regular box. We have to change that to a passive provider chest. You with me? So now, because that's in a passive provider chest, these robots will go and get these frames and stick them in this chest, in the requester chest. Pretty cool, eh? So now the robots, for all intents and purposes, are essentially building themselves. They're bringing the frames over here. They're going to put the frames in this box. And it's going to use that, plus materials that are on the belt here, to build another robot. Requires, how many frames per? Requires, oh, just one frame? Oh, because the smarter inserter. We haven't actually told the smarter inserter to do anything. So, we're going to tell the smarter inserter to bring, now this is the first time we've used smart inserters in this particular game. I have used them quite a bit on my own. So now now you'll notice here there's a logistic network condition. So we're going to say, anytime there is less than, hold on, first of all, whoops, I'm out of time here, but that's okay. I want to finish explaining this. So anytime with, whoops, stop. Okay. Anytime there is less than 5 frames in the logistics system, in that system, in other words, sitting in our logistics system storage, anytime there's less than 5, I want you to bring over some of the logistic robots that you've built and put them into our system. Does that make sense? So let's go over that again. So we've told this to say anytime, oh, not flying robot frames, that's why. This is actually a factory that's building robots themselves. I hope I'm not confusing this more. Sometimes I explain things well, sometimes I don't. So anytime there's less than 5 logistics robots in the overall logistics system, I want you to bring them over and put them in this chest. Once they're in this chest, bring them over to the logistics, or sorry, to the RoboPort, and have them sit in here. So now we have 100%, our robots are now building themselves and putting themselves in the RoboPort. Pretty cool, eh? That's just the beginning, guys. Just the beginning. I'm going to call that an episode because I think we covered a lot. I hope I explained it okay. We're just getting started. We've got robots building themselves. That's all I cared about, and that's what I wanted to get done today. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. We will see you soon because I'm going to build another Factorio episode right away, and we'll hopefully get that up in the next day or so. And take care.